not from fear but curiosity. I was never built for borrowed faith or truth reduced to policy. I wanted roots beneath the words, a living source, a holy flame. I wanted truth through Yeshua's eyes, not religion wearing his name. I did not want the polished lines, the comfortable, familiar phrases. I wanted Torah held with wonder, a life that burned through all the pages. I wanted more than rules and roles, more than systems built to perform. I wanted breath inside the letters, spirit moving through the form. When the questions came, the structure shook. What they guarded most could not hold truth. So I asked the questions, stayed inside the tension. I would not trade the well for stone. I wanted holy substance, not curated religion. I wanted truth my soul could know. Not the box, not the label, not the stage, not the stable comfort of a faith that was not grown. So I asked the questions. I wanted more than church could offer when church became a managed frame. Systems cannot love a person, institutions cannot breathe his name. Theology cannot become life if it is severed from the vine. I was not searching just for answers, I was seeking what was truly divine. I chose the wonder, I chose the wandering, I chose the ache of staying open wide. I let the hunger keep refining till false foundations had no place to hide. So I asked the questions, stayed inside the tension. I would not trade the well for stone. I wanted holy substance, not curated religion. I wanted truth my soul could know. Not the box, not the label, but the fire, living faithful, the kind of truth that leads me home. So I asked the questions. I took my posture from a place of knowing, dared to believe what my soul already knew. From the eternal, where my name was written, where wonder held the answers I would grow into. If his breath was breathed into this body, if his image was engraved within my frame, then every question was a holy doorway, a way to find the home from which I came. So I asked to unveil the part of heaven placed in me to live and breathe and be a vessel formed by breath already sacred, remembering what my soul has always seen. I am not lost, I'm only slow in heaven, enough to let this human heart come through. I am already home, already held there. Now I am remembering what my soul once knew. His call is to the part of him he fashioned, the living imprint hidden here in me. His breath has always been the proof of love now, and my soul is remembering its way home. soul could know. Not the box, not the label, but the fire, living faithful, the kind of truth that leads me home. So I ask the questions. I ask the questions. Yeshua borrowed ancient voices. He did not rush to speak his own. He walked within the words of Moses and drew out fire from sacred stone. He did not sign his name for glory or build a throne to prove his call. He lived inside the old story and showed the breath beneath it all. Every dot and every letter, every stroke and every line held an intention deep and living, calling this humanity to rise. Love is not a sermon spoken. Love is seeing what can be. Love is calling to the becoming, hidden in the dust of me. And through the breaking, through the burning, through the undoing and the flame, what was buried starts emerging, and my breath remembers your name. On Sinai's heights the fire was given, inscribed with purpose, breath and will. And deep within these mortal vessels, that same engraving lingers still. Yeshua walked an ageless message, no entourage, no borrowed fame. He came to wake the form but sleeping, and call the image by its name. Every word was more than language, more than law upon a page. It was spirit pressing inward, reaching through the dust and age. Love is not a sermon spoken. Love is seeing what can be. Love is calling to the becoming, hidden in the dust of me. And through the breaking, through the burning, through the undoing and the flame, what was buried starts emerging, and my breath remembers your name. Whose breath is filling up these lungs, whose form is written in this frame, whose life is waiting in the marrow to answer when love calls its name. He gave his life to show the vessels what human hearts could one day hold. That love can look upon the ruin and speak until it turns to gold. So speak Mashiach through the ashes, speak to the ember, call it bright. Speak to the pieces still unfolding, speak till the hidden learns the light. For love is forged inside the fire, and form emerges through the pain. What you revealed in living wonder still awakens in my frame. Love is not a sermon spoken. Love is seeing what can be. Love is calling to the becoming, hidden in the dust of me. And through the breaking, through the burning, through the undoing and the flame, what was buried starts emerging, and my breath remembers your name. Ancient word made living, breath of heaven, holy flame, wake the Messiah, shape remembering, written quietly in this frame. You destined heaven to be read and revealed in what is human. It was never just a cliche to me, never a phrase to calm my fear, never a verse to throw at darkness, as if repetition proved you near. It was life breath moving through me, keeping rhythm with my soul, showing me a depth within the letters that the louder rooms could never hold. I did not want a staged out breakthrough, rituals dressed in faithfulness. The kind of striving felt like prison, a performance God would never bless. I knew there had to be more than this, more than noise, more than display. So I sat with every sacred letter, wondering how Yeshua would trace the page, how his fingers followed ink and story, how he heard the sound beneath the lines, how the strokes and spaces held a doorway to the heart of God alive in time. The letters were alive to me, looking back and building me, calling out the shape of heaven in my frame. A word of God breathe into me, wake the hidden life in me, till Messiah finds a dwelling in my name. Not religion, not performance, but your spirit formed within this human clay. The letters were alive to me. If Yeshua found a spark within them, words inscribed before his days, and if he showed the human vessel could become the life those meanings made, then these letters are not distant, they are source and seed and sign. So I learned to read them as he breathed them, till his breath and mine could realign. This is what salvation came to me now, not an institution, not a claim, but the knowing this human vessel can give unseen love a dwelling place, to be filled with God's own spirit, to feel my Father stir my bones, to build his word in me like blueprints, till the hope of Messiah feels like home. This is the story in my breathing, kept alive when death was at my door. This is the reason I keep singing, because the veil is not a wall anymore. I was never leaving Yeshua, I was sitting with his breath, and he showed me my reflection in the hidden lines of resurrection. The letters were alive to me, looking back and building me, calling out the shape of heaven in my frame. A word of God breathe into me, awake the hidden life in me, till Messiah finds a dwelling in my name. Not religion, not performance, but your spirit formed within this human clay. The letters were alive to me. If he said these words could do still greater things in me, if I abide in them and let their life breath breathe through me, if every stroke was written with a purpose for my frame, before the womb of heaven formed my flesh and called my name, then I believe him. Oh, I believe him. I believe I chose to call human. I believe the clay can carry what heaven planned in hidden union. I trust His planning, I trust His seeing, I trust the eyes that meet me in the page. And every time I lean in closer, something living wakes again. Yeshua knew what love could make of us if word and breath became as one. Ooh, if word and breath became as one, quiet love will finish fully what heaven's blueprint has begun. The letters are alive to me. Ooh, let them breathe through me. I was never made for performance, never shaped for borrowed light. I was made to be the human God imagined into life. Not a title, not a platform, not applause to make me whole. I was made to be a vessel for the breath within my soul. I wanted truth the way He spoke it, not the way the system bent. Not a checklist dressed as purpose, not a life for self-invented strength. I wanted spirit in my being, Messiah waking me within, returning me to my true image, calling sacred life again. His hope for me was never religion, but remembrance of what He placed inside. So I call heaven home, not because I'm fleeing earth, not because I need a world away. I call heaven home because eternity is beating becoming, love awakening my frame. I call heaven home. He placed His image in my being, a living spark, a sacred sign for such a time as this. He breathed it, that His own life would rise in mine. And every act of love remembers, every yes becomes a door, every breath can sound with glory, like heaven's heartbeat at the core. I chose the hardship, I chose the wonder, I chose the road that would not make me small. I chose the deeper, true encounter, the living Messiah beyond the walls. So I call heaven home, not because I'm fleeing earth, but because your life is waking mine. I call heaven home because eternity is written in this breath, this heart, this time. Messiah in me, hope of holy becoming, love restoring the divine. I call heaven home. Ooh. In a world that's searching for the way, let's take a breath and pause to say, love is deeper than we've ever known, reaching out to touch the soul. It's grown. Seven traits unfurled like petals in the sun, each one a note in this song we've begun. Grounded love that builds a bridge, seasoned hearts, no need to dig. Enduring time, it holds us tight, humble hands that guide us in the night. Discovering depths as we open wide, each layer teaching us where love must reside. Open up your heart, let the music play, every beat a chance to live this way. With every moment, every gentle choice, we find together where to find our voice. Love is 7 times 7, it's 49 we embrace, a canvas painted bright with colors of grace, not just a duty, but a living refrain, a journey toward wholeness. Precious and plain, every tear a lesson, every joy a key in this dance of love. We are truly free. Yeshua spoke with wisdom wrapped in grace, inviting us into this sacred space to care for one another, reflect the light, beauty in our flaws, our shadows take flight. Each stroke of love we paint in the air, a melody that whispers, you're always there. Oh, let go of the charge, release your heavy weight. In the open arms of love, we can learn to create. God is love, and we mirror His way. Every action, every heart becomes a brighter day. Love is 7 times 7, it's 49 we embrace, a canvas painted bright with colors of grace, not just a duty, but a living refrain, a journey toward wholeness. Precious and plain, every tear a lesson, every joy a key in this dance of love. We are truly free. So take the invitation to embody love anew. Every ordinary moment, it starts with you. With open hearts and hands, journey through the flame in this dance of generosity. Never be the same. Love is practical, alive within us all, a tapestry of beauty. Rise up and stand tall. Mm-hmm. I've always been the one to seek beyond the veil, with curiosity as my compass. I set my sail, not trapped in religion's chains or boxes neatly tied, but longing for the truth where love and grace abide. I questioned every whisper, every tale ever told, searching for the wonder, not the comfort that's sold. I wanted roots that grounded, a heart that soared above, a glimpse of Yeshua's spirit wrapped in boundless love. Here I stand, oh Lord, beneath your light, with questions in my heart, breaking through the night. I seek to know your ways, to understand your grace. In the garden of your wisdom, let me find my place. They offer me traditions, just rules and fancy dress, but I crave the connection, not a dry, empty mess. I wanted to discover the depths of your embrace, to see the world through Yeshua in each tear-streaked face. I long for the devotion of the words he held so dear, to meditate in silence, find your voice, my only sphere. Here I stand, oh Lord, beneath your light, with questions in my heart, breaking through the night. I seek to know your ways, to understand your grace. In the garden of your wisdom, let me find my place. No denominational shadows cast over me, just the sacred truth of love that sets me free. I wanna drink from wisdom, to feast on every line, to feel those ancient letters like a heart that's intertwined with echoes of your promise. I seek to be aligned in the legacy of Yeshua. Your purpose I'll find. Here I stand, oh Lord, beneath your light, with questions in my heart, breaking through the night. I seek to know your ways, to understand your grace. In the garden of your wisdom, let me find my place. So lead me through the forests where your answers flow. With every hard question, let my spirit grow. For I was never satisfied with comfort's gentle weave, but yearning for your heart, I'll boldly believe in the truth enveloped in love, where my soul will always roam. With questions as my lantern, I'll find my